We're on. Good evening, welcome to the October 17, 2016 meeting of the Board of Public Works. First on the agenda is to approve the minutes of September 6, 2016, 2016, and September 26, 2016 executive session.
Motion approved September 26, 2016.
Second.
All those in favor?
Motion approved September 26, 2016 executive session B.
All those in favor? Okay. Our first appointment is an interview for working foreman of the highway maintenance man, and I know the young man is right here. I know his superintendent is right there with him. So why don't you have a seat, young man? Even though we may know you, just tell us who you are and what you're doing here.
Joe DeRoche, I've been here 10 years, just over 10 years with the town. Started as a truck driver, then been an operator now for, I'm not sure, over 5 years now, I'm not sure exact time, but looking, applied for a foreman's job and, you know, better my career with the town. And hopefully, be the last job I have to get.
There you go, well said, well said.
This will be,
Except for that, no. I wouldn't want that job.
You say to make sure you take it.
This,
this will be the takeover for Al,
Al.
who retired.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
yes. Okay, so are there any discussion?
Well, I think that he's been here 10 years. He runs the grader. I've seen him run all the equipment, and I've seen him get along with all the other guys. And Mr. Chapman was supporting him. I'm 100% for him. So
You are supporting him 100%, Mr. Sherman?
110%.
110%. Thank you, well said.
I don't have no problem with it.
Any more discussion? Then is there a motion?
Motion to approve Joe DeRoche for the working foreman highway maintenance man.
Second.
Made and seconded, all those in favor? Done.
All right.
Thanks very much. Good to have you here.
Well, we'll discuss.
I'm sorry. Joe was looking for, and I apologize, I didn't look into that, but sometimes with the promotions, because of the way the union works, you get promoted from his classification to, that higher position. It may only be a very short increase in money. It might be a quarter, 50 cents, something small. So Joe wanted to ask the board if it's okay if he could be hired at a higher step.
Just the last two foremen that were hired, started off.
I think with your experience,
They started off at the top of the last two.
I mean, if you start at the low step, you're probably going to be making 50 cents an hour more. For
Yeah,
a little
something
bit of
like
work.
that, right.
So I don't think it's worth 50 cents. So
No.
I think that we should start him up at the top step.
There's a lot involved in that job.
Right.
It's not an easy job. I think the top step would be more than called for.
Yeah, I agree as well. And frankly, Joe, I got a little nervous when I first saw this in here. I didn't see the interview. At 6 o'clock, all I saw was appointment for wastewater treatment plant operator. And I was talking to Mike this morning, he ran down to the shop, said I was at, and I said, I don't know what the heck we're gonna do. I said, if Joe wants to go to the water department.
No, I don't want to go.
I said, that's not the way I wanted to go.
No.
So I'm glad that it was for this,
Yeah.
and I'm glad that you're here, and I'm completely okay with the higher stuff.
I'm good. John thinks it's good and he's happy with it, then
All
I'm not
right.
gonna argue with that.
So let's take a vote on whether we should start him at the top tier.
Motion to approve the promotion to highway maintenance foreman with the top step.
Second.
All those in favor?
And while we got,
Well said.
While we got him and Mr. Chavino here, I would like to congratulate Mr. Chavino for running one of the best departments here. He's here between 5 and 6 o'clock, sometimes early every morning, and he's got his heart and soul into the job. Sometimes me and him don't get along, but 99% we do.
Doesn't mean I don't love you, Howard.
You might have won the People's
But I'm
Choice
just
Award.
saying, I think that for all our superintendents and their departments like you,
Yeah.
we'd be golden here.
Yeah.
Just a little
I agree.
pat.
Thanks, young man.
Thank you very much.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
Going home and eat.
I gotta pick up my wife at Hot Toyota, she's waiting for me.
I have fun.
All I know is your employees respect you. It's Chavino's way or the highway.
Okay. Steve, what's your-
Yeah, that's me.
why don't you come right up the red chair? We call it the hot seat, Steve.
Yeah, the hot seat.
Although we know who you are right now and why you're here, why don't you tell us?
Yeah, my name is Stephen Lynch, and I'm the president of Lynch Patello Corp. out of Middleborough, Mass. And I applied to be an approved contractor. Basically, a private citizen hired me to redo their driveway, and it butts up into one of your town right-of-ways, and you guys have a regulation about having an approved contractor, so I filed an application for that process.
Alrighty. Well, that sounds like wonderful to me. I've read on certain, the board has read the package that you had given us, and I have no questions whatsoever. Ms. Hoffman?
He comes highly recommended, he has the proper insurance, and I don't see no problem.
Anybody have any discussion? That being said, is there a motion?
Motion to approve Stephen Lynch, Lynch Patella Corp. for a new driveway contractor.
Second.
Made and seconded. All those in favor?
Thank you.
Doesn't get any easier. Thank you
Yeah,
very
thank
much.
you. Hey, can I just have one question, just for the sake of the homeowner? Is there, because I read the regulations on, you know, what depends on your frontage for how wide the driveway can be.
Yes.
Is there also a per square foot of pavement versus square foot of the lot?
There's a coverage. There's a
That's-
total coverage. There's a total lot coverage.
That includes the house then, too?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Yes, it does. And those regulations you're gonna get from town hall, or you can go online. They're online.
Oh, they are online?
Yes, they are online.
Not for the driveway. You talking about the
But I don't think, is the driveway part of it or not?
I'm just
Sidewalk.
asking for the driveway. Someone mentioned it's out in West Island. They didn't know if that was different.
No.
No.
What about on West Island?
Cottonwood.
Cottonwood.
Cottonwood. So someone, what's that?
What is it?
I'll tell you, because I
I
brought
don't know whether
this
he owned the house.
in. Yeah, 105, 105.
105.
Oh, Mary Olmsted?
Yes, Mary, I patted, yeah, Pam, but
Yeah.
Mary, yes. So I just didn't want to go down there.
It's the house they just raised up and added a two-car garage.
Oh, that's
Nice.
beautiful.
Yes, that's nice.
So I, she asked that question, I said, I don't know.
I don't think driveway is part of it. I know sidewalks are. I would check to
I
make
think she's got a
sure.
double lot there.
She does, but I guess that wouldn't help her.
But still,
You can
it's,
go up to 24 feet with the right permit.
Yeah, so I think she just wants a standard coming out on the road on, is 14, but she didn't want to, she wants to widen it up to the double car garage, and she didn't want to be in violation if there was a pavement coverage. Sometimes, like City of Brockton, you can only do so much pavement for a square foot.
no. You know, now that I think more about it, the driveway is not included in the lot coverage.
Okay.
So you're okay, as long as you meet the requirements of this department
Right.
for the width of the driveway and the, we're really, the only thing we're concerned about is the car.
Right.
The piece of land that the town has the right.
Right, that 8-foot right of way that comes off the road that,
Yeah.
you do the saw cut, make sure it's put up to the standards that the road is.
What is
Are
she
you
now?
using asphalt, is that what they're doing?
Yes, asphalt.
What is she now, 14 feet?
It was
I
small.
don't think there is one even, is
No,
there?
it
There's a tiny one in which
It was crushed stone before,
Yeah.
and now it's not. I know, I mean, in-house.
You should go bigger.
I think Kathy might have a response.
Unless there's wetlands involved, are there any wetlands in, if there's
Uh-uh.
wetlands involved, then there's issue.
Yes,
Okay?
right. I imagine she's coming to you because I filled something out for her and put a diagram for her, but she's not on the board tonight. So she's waiting, she'd like to get the binder down this fall, and then she'll finish it
But
next
do
year.
you know her frontage?
Yeah, I know her frontage, it's 120 feet.
Yeah, it's 65 and 50, it's a minimum of, it's 120 exactly.
So the maximum is 26 feet at the curb.
26, right.
At the curb.
Yeah, she doesn't want one that wide, so I
So
think
you're
we're
good.
good. We're good.
The rest you know.
Thank you for that information.
My pleasure.
Yeah, have a good
Thanks for
evening.
coming.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
I know the owner.
Let's go right down to items for action. Items for action. Wastewater treatment plant operator. I'll let Vinnie tell you what this is. It's pretty simple and straightforward.
Yeah, this is, if you remember when Bob Gomes was here a couple of weeks ago, and the board changed his hours, went to 4:30 to 7 to 3:30. This is just in accordance with the union regulations, making it official, if you will. So we had to post that position for those hours, at those dedicated hours, and Bob signed it. He's, the senior operator there. So it's just basically putting on paper, to satisfy the union's contract, what the board voted on a couple of weeks ago. So it's nothing different than he'll work the 7 to 3:30. There was a posting on the board, he signed it. I mean, that's it.
So basically now there's no more problems. That's his job
Basically,
description and
yes,
that's it.
yes. And then, of course, you would always have the right to rescind that, you know, in the future, you'd have them go back. But at least in the interim, everything is covered, both union-wise and board-wise.
Any discussion to this, or do we just want to vote?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Motion to approve the position to Bob Combs, the water treatment plant operator that he currently holds, with the only thing that changes is the hours of work from 7 to 3:30 p.m. 7 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Second.
Made and seconded, all those in favor? Item B, Beta Group, agreement for asset management services. Yes, may I first say something first? I read this over the weekend and I was very confused about it. It seemed like an awful lot of money to me, but after talking to Benny as to what they're physically going to be doing and what some of the monies go to, I think it's a heck of a buy. So with that,
Yeah, the total price is $42,900. That was approved by Chapter 90. $15,000 out of that $42,900 is for permission to use the software. It's a 3-year licensing agreement with the software company. But basically what this is the highway department has continued to make improvements to the drainage system, to streets, you know, catch basin, things like that. And we haven't updated that in a while on our computer system. So what this engineering company is going to do is they're going to take all the work that we've done and update the system so it'll be up to date. All of the work, water and sewer is already there. Not necessarily up to date, but water, sewer, and drainage. We'll be able to access that as opposed to via plans in the back room. They'll be available on people's computers. In addition to that, they're going to continue with the pavement management program that they started with us. So they're going to assess the miles of road that we have in town, assess the streets, come up with a capital plan for us, and then they're going to do some training. And then we're going to be able to access the computer program on all our different computers. So, you know, the goal would be if somebody comes in and they need something, one of the young ladies in the office, myself, John, we'd be able to have that on our computer instead of having to go to the back room and pull out plans, that kind of thing. So we're going to update the system. We're going to get trained on the system. We have 3 years of licensing. There's going to be a redo of the pavement management system so we can look at all the miles of street we have. And then based on that, they'll come up with a pavement management list like we provide you guys every single year with, you know, this is number 1, number 2, number 3, all that. So it's just basically an update and licensing agreement. And again, it's paid for by Chapter 90 because this is something obviously that they want towns to, you know, move forward with.
any discussion?
What's the fee after the 3-year license is up? Is that another
Probably
$15,000?
yeah, well, it's $5,000 a year basically for all of us, for the number of computers to access this.
And if I may, to that point, the licensing, the $5,000 a year is not to the people.
Yeah, it's not to
It's
actually.
not to the people Beta.
Yeah, it's to the
It's
software.
whoever
It's to the software
is,
company.
yes.
So my question would be, going forward in our budgets, will we have a line item for that going forward?
We
For the
probably
next few
should.
years, that way we can earmark
We
that
can
money.
keep going, yeah.
I think that's just something that we should need to jump on
Right.
in advance, whether it's paid for by Chapter 90 money. Afterwards, I highly doubt that. I
Right.
don't think they're gonna, so I think that's something we just need to make sure is in the budget going forward.
All righty. No more discussion. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve Beta Group agreement for asset management services in the amount of $42,900.
Second.
Made and seconded. All those in favor? Mr. Maderas, chairman seat right in the red chair right there, would you please? Thank you.
Good service.
Next on the agenda, we're going to skip back to appointments. This is our 7 o'clock appointment, Mr. Anton Maderos Jr., a driving waiver for 1 Green Street.
All right.
Step into your reserve seat.
Yes,
Yes.
there you go.
Why we're here today is, his first driveway is shared by a neighbor, so they both own half the driveway. They own half the garage. So I recommended him to put his own driveway in on Dome Street side, because he's eventually gonna put up a 2-car garage. So this way.
Is this the red house?
Yeah,
the
the
red
red house
house?
on the corner, yeah.
Sorry, I didn't get by it, so I knew it was either that one or the one across the street.
No, it's
so-
the one right on the corner, Dome
Yeah.
and Green. And this is what he's looking for, a waiver, so he can take the curb and put a driveway in.
Any discussion? I know the property, I've been by and looked at it. Seems pretty straightforward.
I think it makes sense getting it off
Yeah.
of Green anyways. Especially in that area, and there's no parking at night in that area, so I'm okay with that.
I think they did a nice job with the house, empty for a while, and Yeah. just put a new lawn in this weekend, and
Mhm.
they improved the neighborhood in the area.
Mhm.
And putting the driveway on Dome Street makes sense with all the traffic on Green Street. Well, you know, if the neighbor's got a car in the driveway, it's only 12 feet at the top, can't get out, you gotta go bother them. This way, don't, hey, put your own driveway in, no more headaches.
So they currently share a driveway with 3 or 5, whatever it is next door?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's not good.
No.
Motion to approve the driveway waiver for 1 Green Street to move to Dome Street.
Second.
Made and seconded, all those in favor?
22-foot opening, so.
So be it.
That's it.
That's it. Thanks for coming in early.
I gotta call you tomorrow.
I know I'm going a little fast, see you folks, I'm sorry.
Didn't come here. We usually do it on Thursday.
Oh, yeah? Not the-
All right, moving along to items for action again.
Thank you, folks.
Thank you very much. Thanks for coming in early. We're going to go to items for action C, digester piping modification quotes. Now, this is, you probably already read, but this is to get the digester up and running. If you look at these quotes, only one of them, I think I remember, correctly, even has a number on it, a price on it. And that's the company that we want to have do it, I think, so. Pride, is it Pride? Yeah. Yeah.
This is in the amount of $19,975. And basically what we're looking to do, instead of waiting for town meeting, which doesn't look like it's gonna be until December at the earliest. At the earliest. So this will be to install the Muffin Monster. It will be to install various, some bypassing. It will be to install isolation valves. Basically, from what happened this past February, March, when that pressure fitting would go, and then the system backed up at the last town meeting, the May town meeting, we had to get approval. I think it was June's town meeting. Anyway, the last town meeting, we had to get it approved so we could get the plant back online, the digester back online, and this will be to put the safeguards in there so that we can, so that once it's online, what happened to put us down won't happen again. Basically, unfortunately, we have to re-engineer the project because it didn't come with safeguards to begin with. And so obviously, we didn't have the money dedicated for this. And so we got Mark Reese to approve this. And then probably, not probably, but most likely, I'll have to go in front of the finance committee somewhere down the road. We have that $50,000, what do they call it?
Reserve fund.
The reserve fund money that's allocated every single year. So depending on how we're looking come the end of the year, we'll take it from there.
So if we spend this $19,296, this digester will be 100% up and running and functioning properly?
If we spend it's 19,000.
I had it up 296.
Yeah, it's 19,975 actually.
Was there something else missing?
Yeah, I
Because I only had 4.
got a most recent thing. They did a few more.
What is it?
19,975.
That will make that digester
Right
operate.
here.
That will make it so
That's what you guys had.
we can put it back online so that the same thing that caused us to go down won't happen again.
So basically, we've been offline now for
A while.
$20,000,
Mhm.
and we've been losing that each month. So-
Well, I mean, really, yeah, in the summertime,
Yeah.
we should be on, because in the wintertime,
Costs money to
it
run.
costs money to run it. I mean, it costs money all year long to run it, because we don't generate enough biogas.
When can they get to this, right away?
Oh, yeah, they're
Tomorrow?
ready to go, they're ready to go.
All right,
I
so,
can't promise tomorrow.
anybody have a problem? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, no,
I just want to get this thing up and
yeah,
running.
yeah, right, I can tell his enthusiasm to get the digester going.
We're losing more money than this a month
Exactly.
on it
We've
than
been
for
talking about
20,000
this
bucks.
digester
I
way
thought
too
we
long.
were talking $200,000 problem here.
No.
When you said 19,000, I'm like, what are we even doing here?
Right,
Should have already
Right.
been approved.
right. So with this 20,000, we'll call it, this 19,975, the digester, I think this will take them 2 or 3 weeks to do this work. So more realistically, before Thanksgiving comes, this should be operating.
Yes,
Good.
on its way.
Yeah.
You don't
Well,
just press a
operating,
button,
but,
there you
that's
go,
right,
you know.
operating, but maybe not, dialed in all the way.
On
you
its
know,
way.
but On its way.
They'll be gone.
It'll be difficult to operate it at the beginning, I would think, because
Well, any of the
it'll
stuff.
take a lot more
Well, it's
knowledge.
going to take Bob a little bit more work, but he just got his shifts. and he's-
Yes. Yes.
He's got his free time.
And the other gentleman too, that just got promoted to that
Yeah.
position, yeah. So at any rate, that's what it is, and it's, if we want to vote on it, we vote on it, if we want to approve it, we approve it. So if there's a motion, I'm all ears.
Motion to approve the digester modifications to Pride. Just call it Pride Environmental Construction, $19,975.
Second.
Made and seconded, all those in favor?
Call him right now, tell him to start tomorrow morning.
Already, 6:20, we might as well go to,
Why don't, do you want to just explain to the board, like,
I'll explain to the rest of the members, yes. I explained this would be redundant to,
how about if, and then you can,
yeah, please.
for our 6:30 appointment, we table that.
Remember the lady that came in with the contractor for the plumbing issue?
No, this is,
No.
this is the other one. This is-
6:30.
Yeah, the 6:30 appointment. They're not coming in, the matter was tabled. Back a couple of years ago, there was some grease buildups in the line where that property discharges. They discharge into Alden Road, sewer in Alden Road, then it hooks, it takes a right, bends, and there's a 90 there, and it goes down Bridge Street. We had responded in the past to some backups in that area. So in 2014, they were in front of us, and the board voted that, actually, he put a new pipe in, we put a new pipe in, the town did, and we voted that if this continues, he's gonna have to put an external grease trap, which is the regulations of the Board of Public Works. He has installed a Back-to-Pure system. A Back-to-Pure system is an incubator which has been serviced monthly. And basically what it is a bunch of starving bugs that eat grease. And this gets introduced into the system. So when we went, the reason why we brought this up is because there was an issue back up on Bridge Street a couple of months ago, back in August sometime. And there was one maybe 2 or 3 months before that. So we thought it was a good idea to revisit this. So we visited the property last Friday, and the line leaving his facility is pretty clean. But the main line, you can see evidences of grease. So the bugs that he's using, which he pays a monthly fee to have this incubator service, so it's working on his line, but it's not necessarily working in the main. So we thought it would be a good idea to check some upstream properties too, because he may not be the only one contributing grease. I also suggested that he look at the size of the incubator and perhaps increase it so that not only will his pipe be treated, but perhaps the blockage that's at the bend will be treated as well, or at least minimize the bit. So that's kind of where it stands. So if this continues, I mean, eventually, the culture's going to turn into a pumpkin, and But hopefully by the addition of the, a better sized incubator or whatnot, it'll help out the main. But it was very hard looking at the pipe, since his pipe was clean, to really point a finger, even though the main has some grease in it. You could look at this logically and say, well, he's certainly a contributor. But if he's a sole contributor, I don't think you could honestly say that. And again, he is doing something, and his pipe was clean. So, looking at this with Mike, I think to try to be fair, I don't see how we could point the finger at least and say he was a sole contributor of the grease that's in the line that caused the backup from time to time.
Yes, and if I'll add to that is that when we notified him and said, don't come tonight, but it would be in your best interest to maybe contact the people that do that system with the bugs, see if they can put more bugs. That's the only way I can say it. Maybe the incubator has to change size and become larger. I don't know how that works, but more bugs to eat more grease, and that's one part. And the second part, more importantly, in my opinion, is checking other lines upstream, if I can call it that.
There's only 2 restaurants there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't know. It might even be.
If it ain't him, it's gonna be the other guy.
That's right. And so how can we? Yeah, I just
We'll check the other guys.
Exactly. And so we just didn't have the time to check it. We did his on Friday. So here we are here now Monday. We didn't have time to check it today. So between now and the next meeting, I want his line, the other line checked, so that we can see what's going on. Then we can put it on next meeting's agenda to talk about it with a lot more knowledge than what we have right now, and be comfortable with whatever we decide to do. Right now, I think that it would be, well, I think, rather than, hey, here's what's going on, So I think it's in our best interest and everybody's best interest to table this for tonight, do our due diligence before the next meeting, and at the next meeting revisit it and be really pretty sure about what it is we're talking about here, and what needs to happen, what needs to get done.
Do we need to motion to table?
I think we should have a motion to table this.
Motion
yes.
to table our 6:30 appointment.
Second. Made and seconded, all those in favor? Okay. Alrighty, so now I'm gonna skip to,
What happened at 6:20?
I'm not sure, Humpy, but you know what, I think I'll go to items for action D, and then we'll go back to the 6:20.
I'm not gonna worry about it if they don't come.
Right.
We got the bill.
Yeah, so we'll go to items for action D, which is PA Landers. That's the Green Street. I'm not sure if anybody here remembers the Green Street project. We're doing some paving work over there. And,
Who are you on Green Street?
oh, by the way, you should know that I think the Department of Contact, I think the Department of Contact today, if I'm not mistaken, by the Preservation Commission or something, that's the Historical Commission. They were thinking they might want to put some lanterns, like old, I'll call them, I don't know how else to call them, old-fashioned lantern look, historical look
Oh, so like
on
a
that
tree
part of
light?
Green Street, which would be beautiful, but I think it's a tad late for that thinking yet.
Well, I just, if I can add to
Please.
that, I did get that approved by Chapter 90. I spoke with a guy today. We emailed back and forth, and we're getting a price from Landers, so.
You have to do all the underground utilities.
Yeah, it'll just be where the Unitarian Church is,
Yeah.
because I'm not touching the tree side for
No, no,
obvious
no.
reasons. But
That'll look
No, but it's
nice.
just to put the conduit.
yeah, it's just
in
a
for now.
conduit and some.
Yeah, yeah,
We're not gonna pay for those lights.
But I think
Yeah, it's not.
aesthetically, it kind of goes with the
Yeah.
historical.
Yeah, well,
Right,
nice.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
We got
just,
the conduit
So they're gonna put
around.
it on the side that's wide open with no trees?
yes,
Yes.
it'll be, yeah, it'll
On
just.
the
be
church side.
Yes.
On the church side, which
Well,
is
that's
where they
wide-
want it
nice
anyway.
wide
Really?
sidewalk
'Cause
there,
I
too.
think aesthetically it would look better on the tree side, but that's just me.
Yeah,
We-
I think you're putting lanterns in the middle of a completely wide open sidewalk, just putting obstacles in the way.
So,
Anyway,
so
Yeah.
we'll have the conduit, and we'll have manholes, and.
Well, I'm glad that they-
we can- Yeah, and they're
Thank
willing to pay for the work, so we'll just get the price, and we just add that, because they haven't finished the sidewalk work yet, so this would be the perfect time, really.
already great, well, I'm glad I brought it up. So at any rate, PA Landers is looking for the payment number 1 on the Green Street project.
So they've got nothing to date so far? They've had nothing to date so far? There's
No.
So just release the first payment.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what- okay.
And then if you haven't gone by, setting the new curbs and everything, it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Looks really, they're doing a heck of a
I
job.
think some of those muffin monster
And,
bars
and,
are
and, and
flying
then
around.
they're taking some of the, are they taking some of the things that, the materials, whatever, from there and putting them down on Main Street, where they took the house down? Am I wrong? I think so. You know, next to the park there was a house that
Fire
they,
station?
no, they took a house down there that had been taken by the town for taxes, I think. And they took that house down about a year or two ago,
It's the fire museum.
Yeah,
around the corner from the
Yeah,
fire
around the corner.
museum. Yes. I think they're putting some material there. I think so. But the neighbor who
Well,
lives
they-
right next door told
well,
me.
they're storing it across the street.
Oh, across the street, that's
Where-
right.
yeah.
Okay.
They're
She
storing
told-
it out where the old Park Motors used to.
Okay.
They got permission to store it.
The neighbor there that's right across the street said, they're very good, they're doing a very good job, and it's neat and nice, and it's not a mess, and she's thrilled with whoever's doing the work. That's what she told me today. So, obviously we get the right guy doing the work there.
How many phases or how many releases are there on the payments?
Well, the total project from memory was like 650,000.
So this is like a
So,
third,
yeah, so roughly.
or a little bit
Is
less
this
than-
280 on this front page?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they were paving and stuff, so.
Yeah, so it is either gonna be one or two more payments.
You're happy with the progress?
Oh,
to
very
use the
happy.
funds?
I'd recommend them to anybody.
Yeah,
Right.
who would, that's right. Anybody else have any?
No, no, quality of work.
I love you, Brad.
I just wanted to make a motion, I didn't want to step on
Yeah,
anybody else's
I
toes.
understand, I hear
No,
you.
but not only the quality of work, but they're easy to deal with too. Like,
I drive down Green Street every day. It's,
Yeah.
It's nice.
looks
yeah,
good.
it's coming along. It is.
Alrighty, Brian's gonna make a
Motion to
motion.
approve payment number one to PA Landers in the amount of $280,537.85.
Second.
Made and seconded, all those in favor? There you go. Alrighty, 620 is not here, so we'll skip over that. Do we need the executive session?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
We have an executive session here for union negotiations, but tomorrow,
we
Brian,
could-
is tomorrow,
We could go into it real quick and not reconvene afterwards, that way we can just talk about it for, I know you're in, Rob.
no,
But we
I'm
can
just
still
saying,
work
Well, we're meeting tomorrow.
we're meeting
Yeah,
tomorrow,
Yeah.
it's 1:30.
1:30.
Yes.
meeting tomorrow. But there's really, there hasn't been an update
Which
since
unions meet?
water and sewer.
Water and sewer.
Highways is done, for all intents and purposes.
Water and sewer, we're-
I mean, yeah, highways, I said highways.
We're close to what we're gonna do. We're gonna wrap this thing, I think, with them tomorrow, so. So,
6:45, that gentleman requested to table. He called.
He's going to court.
Yeah, well.
He missed the date.
Yeah, just to update, there were 5 properties that have not settled their betterment case with the town. And by settled, mean either get a waiver from the Board of Health or actually tied in. So there's 5 properties that are in betterment purgatory. So I had to go to, actually Pat Fowler and I went to court a couple of Mondays ago. And I guess the Board of Health decided that they won't enact on any of these properties, like grant waivers or anything, unless we approve it and the Board of Selectmen approve it. So that's why he wanted to come in front of us to, I guess, try to gather our support. It's only the Board of Health that can approve it.
Right.
But I think he wanted to come here and say, hey, I went to the BPW and they were good with it, to try to move that along.
But
They're
if I-
different.
If I might, and then I'll hit, before I forget it in my head, we're the people responsible for bringing this whole situation to the forefront.
Right.
There were, went back several months ago, we said, hey, there's people, there was a list, Hoppy was all over it.
Right.
And said, hey, there's a list of people who haven't hooked in. So we said, let's get the list, let's send them all a letter, and if they don't do this thing, then we'll go to the next step.
Right.
And so, somebody wanted to come, I think the health department's doing the right thing, saying they're not gonna do it unless the BPW and the selectmen say, because,
There's another list out there with back fees between $350 and $400-some-thousand that nobody pays their water and sewer fees, bills.
yeah.
And then there's another list that the town owns, millions of dollars that are back taxes. I don't know why the town doesn't even go after this stuff.
Is there a list in here this week? Yeah.
So, yeah, so, at any rate, I'm just talking to that point that I think it's time that these folks all hook in, They were given, it was 10 years ago, right? Was it 10 years ago? It was 02, I think.
No, 3 and 4, I think is when they went.
2003 and 4.
Yes.
They got a 10-year waiver, some of these folks, because they just put systems in. And that 10 years is long since gone by.
It's fine.
It was 5 years? Okay. And so it's long since gone by, and nobody's just enforcing it. At any rate.
Can I touch
Kathy
on
wanted
that?
to say something.
By all means, please.
Right, well, I was the one that headstormed this whole thing for the sewer. And it was 5 years. That was number one. And after 5 years, the Board of Health would go in and they would check and see if the system was still met Title V. If it
Yes.
did not, you would go and do it again.
Yes.
And I could not support this because they, everybody was made to pay abandonment and tie in.
Great.
So you have to, I mean, there were elderly people and stuff, and there was things that they had to do, and they just put a lien on the property, So
Great.
I cannot not support that, that's all. I just had to say
You
that.
cannot not. So that means you,
I can't support him wanting a waiver.
yeah, I feel the same way. I feel the same way. It's time.
Everybody needs
I
to do
mean,
the right
everybody,
thing.
a lot of working people have paid their
Right,
due.
and you
And
can't
if
say
you couldn't
you.
afford it at the time, they'd put it on your thing and they'd let you pay it over time. If it was like a
Yes.
7 or an 8 year thing with low interest.
You
Can
could
you
get a
imagine
loan
if
for
they-
2%.
You had that 200 people in here at the
Right.
beginning, if that's what they wanted to do.
Right.
It's not our job.
Okay,
I agree.
okay. We don't need to table with him because he just didn't come in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he asked, I guess he's going back to court because he missed the first court date, so.
He got
Gonna
his
see
dates
what,
mixed up.
gonna see what the judge, because I went in front of the judge. There were 2 out of the 5 properties, there were 2 properties represented, and the judge did not render a decision at that time.
Yeah.
Now, this is, I'm signing right now, so Joe knows
That's,
the PA land
While
is,
you're doing that, can I touch base on the 620?
by all means.
Since they're not here and they're still on the agenda, I think that if they do contact us again, we need some sort of proof that the house was vacant. Whether it's some Eversource bills that show no activity, or something
Yeah.
that proves that that place was empty before I'll even think about talking about this situation again. Because after we went through it 6 months or a year ago, or whatever, and that was an hour and a half in here, we talked about it, I don't wanna go through that again.
Right.
Okay, we've got other things to talk about
That's right.
than somebody that didn't
That's right.
take care of this problem a long time ago.
Great.
Yeah, Jared, what happened, just to catch you up, person had disagreed the bill,
Yeah, they're in California.
No,
Kinda-
yeah.
I'll brief through it real quick.
unusually high bill.
$6,500
Yeah.
water bill,
So the first thing, that
How much time?
6 months.
Yeah.
6 months? That's a
What,
lot of
is-
water.
Shit's
This
Yeah,
thing
so-
was a leaky exterior.
so the
house.
board,
But was it repaired by a licensed plumber?
No,
Did
we
they
don't have
have any
anything.
sort of
No, no,
invoice?
we
We had a handyman that came in.
no,
Yeah.
that's the thing, so the
Sorry.
board voted to have the
Yes.
meter checked. The
Yes.
meter was checked, it came back accurate. So because the meter came back accurate, the board voted to, listen, we only can consider this if you can bring pictures of the flood,
Yeah.
a letter, a bill from a licensed, something that the board can hang their hat on, and
Even
That
if someone's
hasn't
living there,
happened.
how do you use $6,500 worth of?
just left.
What she's saying is a tenant left and left
The water running.
multiple pipes cut in the house wide open. Well, you need disaster services
Oh,
at
yeah.
that point.
Oh,
or
we
something.
flooded her, that amount of water?
So we just-
$6,500 worth of water?
Right.
That's intense.
Before I even think
In
about an
6 months?
abatement on that, I need something
You
that
expect
proves
to-
that no one
yeah,
lived there.
You expect to open the front door and water would pour out. Like, that's
Yes,
a lot
yes,
of water.
yes. Like the Poseidon adventure.
yeah.
Not a good tenant.
Yeah, so I think before that even goes on the agenda again, that should be stated to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I actually spoke to her this morning, and I'm surprised she's not here.
Okay, so that being said, we're down to board members, superintendent, old business, new business. Let me just say this if I can first. Yeah, I'm gonna do this in a minute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for them, right?
Yeah. Town Beach parking lot, please. If you haven't been down there lately, it's pretty, I shouldn't chuckle about it, but it's really, 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 really bad.
Rocky?
Worse than ever. So, that's my thing, that's all I got. Mr. Hobson, what do you have?
Bad as in what? What are you talking about?
The parking lot.
I guess pocket.
You can hardly drive in.
I don't know if you meant like it was damaged, like there was
No,
people like.
excuse me for not saying.
spray painting
They
garbage.
spin their wheels and.
It's just so, you know, most of the time when it's bad for the first like 20 or 30 feet. Now it's bad for like 50 or 60 feet going in. I mean,
Okay.
it's
So
a
the
mess.
actual asphalt, you're saying, the parking lot itself?
Yes.
Okay.
The other spot is River and Causeway Road. It's the same situation there. Where you,
Yeah, when you come up, it's like driving off a cliff.
yeah, it drops right down.
Where?
Come up, just go head on,
Right
go
past the community center.
past the community
Right to
center.
the
Oh,
end.
Right to the end, right
We've
there.
had a problem with that spot before.
Oh, okay, I know what you mean, on First Street.
There are little bugs, from the digester.
What is that, the grease?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
You get any response from Fort Phoenix on putting a couple of lights there?
Yeah, from the historic people. Yeah, we're gonna have to put an article in
This
town
thing
meeting.
that I just passed out,
That's the only way around it?
Yeah, and get pricings.
I think we need one on Green Street facing the state parking lot, and then one on the end of where we got the pole.
Because they want to be, you know, that's a whole territorial thing, so I told them we would get pricing from Ray. And then
All we need is two of them big lights, and one,
anything that goes there, they
They
want
want
to
the
have.
historical things.
Yeah,
yeah, but these are on the top of a high of a tall, I'm not asking for another pole to be put in, the poles are there already.
Before we go talking about historic, they just put up some LED lighting near the cannons that has nothing to do with historical.
This is not what I'm.
So I don't think they look,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
an
right.
old antique lantern.
What I'm trying to say is,
Blind,
if
yeah.
you go down the porch.
No, I know what you mean.
It's pitch black there. Police go down there to close it up. There's people coming and going, and it's so dark, nobody can see what's going on. If you put a light on the end of Green Street, facing towards that parking lot, and another light on the other pole, all you need is two lights. But the big lights, it's like they got on the Causeway.
I don't know if I should go to the next line.
I mean, Quebec was lighting up their whole
I mean, I can. But they're all the same.
hurricane barrier.
We all supposed to be on separate lines?
Yes.
Them,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, we did.
I mean, more
No,
people
no,
have
same
found
lines.
Fort Phoenix in the last year because of
Everybody got
the
their own
Hokie
lights.
thing.
So I guess, yeah, I can do this one then, right?
It's quite a popular spot. I mean, you can go down there any time of day
If
and
you don't know,
night.
you ask.
And there's people there, which is good, because they're enjoying it. I mean, I don't have a problem with a lot of people there. I just think that we should put some lights there. Be safer for the people that are walking around at night, be safer for the police.
Oh, yeah, this is,
I mean, the police.
alright,
it's a nightmare.
so if you look at what I passed out there, I'm gonna take an assumption that
I saw the
that
highlighted,
these,
and I was like, that must be for us.
I'm gonna take an assumption that the select board is gonna approve the remote vote. I'm just saying if they do, these are things I think that I wanna have them include. And at the same time, let them know that at our next meeting, the next meeting of the Board of Public Works, we're gonna talk about rules and regulations that we'll put together for the Board of Public Works commissioners, and ask them to implement them into their decision. So, we were gonna talk about these last meeting and we decided not to, so I still don't wanna talk about them, but I think that these are
Bless
things.
you.
What I did is I took, when everybody was asked to put things in, I took the things that were almost unilaterally written in. You know, no time stipulations, no, can only do the civilly meetings, but, you know, we all, you know, the seniority,
You didn't put what I said.
what did you say?
I don't want it at all.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm saying if they say yes,
No, you couldn't be there. This is if they.
I'm against the whole thing.
All right, but this is
Remote vote.
if
This
they,
is if they
approve
say
it,
yes.
These are the rules. You can't have,
Well, I'm gonna tell you
it's not
something.
allowed.
I want them to put into their decision,
When they-
that the Board of
when they
Public Works
approve-
is gonna make rules to,
When they approve this tonight, they're gonna approve this, it's gonna be for every other board. So every other board
If they,
is gonna have to make their own rules
I
if it's
understand.
approved.
but this is virgin territory, so I want them to, I wanna make sure they know that we're gonna make rules to govern our commissioners.
so is that okay with everybody? Because, you know,
Are these few easy? I think they're easy. Call in and let us know where we can head. You know, figure out in advance the electronic stuff. So I'm gonna assume, let's suppose that Brian's gonna be away and he wants to remote vote. Well, he gotta set it up with somebody here,
What, me?
Kathy, with somebody, as to the equipment on our end, so that, that's how it's gonna work, that's what I mean. It's not our responsibility to do that, right?
How come you didn't put?
If there's 2 requests for the same meeting, seniority takes it. If there's 2 requests for the same meeting and one of them is somebody that just broke their leg or something and they're home, that takes precedent over a vacation member. I think it's,
Why didn't you put a time limit? If somebody's gonna go.
because I think that's something we can talk about. And
This is against.
I understand that.
So if somebody wants to go somewhere for 5 months, you're making these rules, why don't you put a limit on it? You can do it
I'm
for
going,
1 month.
we are going to do that,
It
Hoppy.
doesn't say that there.
Well, I understand, because I just read what I'm gonna tell them. That at our next meeting, we're going to vote on rules and regulations for our commissioners, and we want them to be implemented into the decision of the select board.
How do you know how they got control of this?
I don't think that's an issue. Is that an issue with you?
Huh?
Is that an
The
issue with
Attorney
you?
General.
None with me whatsoever.
The Attorney General allows the chief executive officer from the town,
Even though it's
Attorney
elected board?
the Attorney General, they are the chief
You show me that in
executive.
writing?
Absolutely, gladly.
All right, show me in writing where it says that the selectmen have
Jurisdiction
more
on
power
that.
than us to make a decision on what we want.
Yes.
They got more
Yes.
power than us,
Yes.
pretty much everything except for
Everything
water
is-
pipes
I
and
thought
sewer
the town
pipes.
manager had all the power now.
Certain things stayed,
Certain
according to the
things
party,
stayed with
certain
them.
things stayed with the selectmen.
But even
That's
if it
one.
were the select, even if it were him, it's not us.
We go back to old business, new business.
Yeah,
That's
so
why
I
I
thought that was next.
wanted to
Now,
pass this out because
Well, Hoppy
I
didn't
will
finish either.
Yeah.
That's why this country is screwed up. Because you got senators voting by phone, not even attending meetings. You got all these politicians that don't even go to any issue. And I'm not talking about, I'm talking down in Washington, I'm talking about Boston. They don't even go there anymore.
Hoppy,
If you're gonna vote, you should be there.
you're talking, I think you're preaching to kind of the choir here, some of the things you're saying. Well, we understand it all.
I don't go to church.
And we understand it all. But the bottom line is I have a feeling that the select board are gonna say yes tonight. And I just wanna say, okay, if they're gonna say yes, these are things I
Okay,
know they
Hillary,
will want.
Okay,
here.
Hillary.
And then, please, don't say that about me.
yeah. How does she know she wasn't gonna get indicted with the FBI and all that?
She still might get
All
indicted.
rigged.
So,
Okay, where are we going?
yeah, so
Stay on the
these,
subject.
we are going to make the rules at the
I'm
next
already
meeting.
told.
Kathy's gonna put it on our agenda.
And so if we're gonna make the rules of the next meeting, why do we have this?
Because,
That's just
because,
giving us some talking points.
that's right. They're gonna ask
He
me.
knows more than we know, evidently. He knows they're gonna vote to approve it. He knows
I
everything
don't know
about
they're
it.
gonna vote to approve it.
You
That's
told
what
me that
I,
a few minutes ago.
no, I said, I think they're going to.
You think?
What do you think they're gonna do?
I think they're gonna shit can it.
Well, then we don't have to talk
Then
about it.
we don't have to talk about this, there's nothing to talk about.
That's what he's saying, don't even bring it up.
They're gonna vote.
They're gonna vote, and when they vote, yes,
At
then
least
they're
you're
gonna
prepared.
come, they're gonna look at us and say, are there any rules and regulations you folks wanna
All
put?
right, you're stressing me out here.
I know I am. Anyhow, old business, new business. You got any more you wanted to say about that, other than this thing?
Just a few
I already
seconds.
said First Street.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
Mr. Watt?
I've been, and I'm not a West Island person at all.
What's wrong with West Island?
Absolutely nothing. It's a beautiful island, okay? I've been down
I see
there
your
the
signs
past,
all over the place.
past couple of weeks doing a lot of work, and I've noticed the roads. And I think they just need to send a grader down there. Send Joe down there for a day, regrading, some trucks down there with some fill. Nothing specific, but just in general, you know, any road that's not paved, like Cottonwood, down towards those tanks that we have down there, and I think that's something, Brant Island Point or Point.
Rocky Point Road.
Rocky Point, there you go. You know, those little side streets and the little ones, I think we just need to focus on a little bit. And also the street that runs on the side of the Bayside, the lady in the back there that has.
Karen
hair salon.
Ave there?
Yeah.
Yeah, the hair salon lady asked if we could get the road, it's getting a little bumpy over there. I guess she's got some elderly ladies that come in there and complain about the road.
That's where I go.
I guess it's, oh, maybe she complained about it.
Yeah. Every time I go there.
She always complains.
She gives a good haircut to a guy.
Yeah.
She does.
Okay, so what else?
That's all I have.
Mr. Devine, what do you have for us?
I have nothing.
Thank you. Mr. Lucia?
I had contacted Vinny about the Pop Warner Football League. they're looking to get some sort of a better storage facility for the, at Livesey Park, where they're keeping all the games now for Pop Warner are hosted at Livesey Park. And it's quite the event to break down and set up the field on a daily basis, well, every Sunday when they have a game. They do currently have some storage containers that are parked on the south side of the park, up against those properties over there. I know you guys had some people that had maybe some issues.
Well,
with that.
Kathy had mentioned to me, and I looked at some old meeting minutes that people in the past, the last, a lot of things Kathy and I were just approving off the board with, but something like that, there was a little bit of a hullabaloo because of some of the neighbors complained. So he never contacted the.
Oh, he didn't?
No, he never
Oh, okay.
contacted
Okay.
me. But what I was suggesting is because of that, even though Kathy and I could say, okay, yeah, put it here, I think it best, just because of what I read and Kathy's advice, that he come in and, you know, just present it, because maybe some of you folks, well, Bobby or Kathy, maybe you guys were here when this happened the last time, I'm not certain if you remember.
But when it's
I
advertised,
wasn't
give
there.
people an opportunity that are in the area to come in and speak
Yeah,
to it.
well, I mean, ideally, I don't think you want shipment containers all over Livesey
Right.
Park, you know what I mean? So it is kind of an eyesore. I know we had done some work with that concession stand building, and then there's a storage building next to it. Was that construction done by the town, or was that New Bedford Road that worked on that? Did I get that correctly?
The new, the concession?
No, the one next to it, that
No,
little shed,
that's
didn't?
been there forever.
What
I
about the
don't know.
concession? Who did the construction on that?
It was, well, first it was a modular, then they brought, I'm not sure, but I think the modular went back to Florida, and then the kids from Vogue, they did some of the work there.
They did some of the work
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
So
How
it
big a
was-
building are they looking for? How big a storage
Well,
facility?
they have 2 containers there now, they wanted to add a third one. So, I mean, what I was thinking is, why not revamp that current building in the center? Once
Yeah.
again, I mean, maybe we could reach out to New Bedford Vogue, it'd be a great construction project for the kids, get some live work.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you're paying nothing for labor, it's all, you know,
Yeah.
you're only paying for the cost of the materials. And if we revamp that building to a larger storage building, then we could do away with the containers altogether. So
How big is
just-
the building?
Just a thought, I didn't,
Approximately. I'm not familiar.
if I had to
Unless
say,
went
maybe,
there.
I mean, it might be it might be 18 by 18, maybe less than that.
Do you think that's gonna be enough if that was
That's
reviewed?
why I
That's what I'm saying, if we, maybe we expanded it, maybe go a little bigger, then do away with the containers. Because when that storage building was built, remember that we weren't hosting games at Livesey Park. We were at the high school with their own facility, we didn't have to set up snow fences and boundaries and all that stuff on the outside of the park, so.
I'll tell you how I feel.
They're trying to maintain all that in one small area.
Here's how I feel.
Hmm?
If the young kids collected some money to buy the materials, I think there's enough contractors in this town, or people that know how to cut wood and put things together, that we could get a crew there for a Saturday and put a building together. And I'd be happy to organize that.
Well, it's not only crew putting it
Yeah.
together, I mean, they have,
You're talking.
I'm just
foundation
speaking,
building
I'm
plans.
speaking on.
No, you could put
engineer?
it,
I'm speaking vocational schools because I work at one.
Okay,
They will have, you know, they have construction teachers who go a construction permit.
Yes.
Electrical teacher. pull
but
an
how
electrical
long in
permit.
advance, I mean, when's that gonna happen?
You know, I mean, they've been dealing with this for a couple of years already, so I mean, does
Okay.
it matter if they wait another season? I mean,
Okay, so if it's something that can happen right away, then I agree. That's
or try to get, I mean, their season starts in August, you know, maybe
Before that.
get going, you know, break ground over the winter. I mean, it's, like I said, it's a good school project for the kids to work on, so it's just something worth reaching out.
Is it just a storage facility? Because about 5 years ago, we had a group come in before us, and they wanted to make a clubhouse.
Yeah.
And like, you
Yeah.
can't have a clubhouse in
No, no,
a
no.
town park.
What they're
I mean,
looking
if it's
for
just
is
for
storage, that's what they're looking for. you know?
Right.
I've seen people put
I think another-
two storage containers together and box them in like a house.
Another issue we had at that
They
same
look good.
time was the security of the building. I think that it was, I think.
Well, they
that-
wanted to like pretty much own it, but it's in a
Right.
town park. It's, no, it's not. It's
Yeah,
not.
how
It's
sure-
county, but like,
It's
they-
Wouldn't
they have
other
access
people
to
in
equipment
town
and all
have
that.
access to that building even though the
Yeah, it
football
wouldn't be,
stuff is
it
still
wouldn't be
there?
theirs.
It wouldn't be theirs, it'd be the town's.
Yeah, but that's
They
my
just-
point is that they'd have to know that other people from the town would have access to that building inside, and all their gear is in there, they'd have to be
Well,
okay
they
with
could
that.
lease it just like they lease a concession stand.
That's my thought process behind it. They didn't even reach out to say, hey, build a new building for us, you know?
Okay.
They want another container, and I know that there's some friction with
Yeah.
having all these storage containers
Yeah.
lining Livesey Park. It looks,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, I wouldn't like to
it looks like, you know, we're gonna have longshoremen in there.
My
working
my
with
question
us.
is, if we were to do that, are we talking a foundation? Or are we talking putting on
You'd
some
have to build
gears?
it.
There would have to be footings at least, yeah.
It'd have to be built to code.
It's
Yeah.
currently,
You'd have to get an engineer.
It's
right,
currently a cement block building
Yeah.
right now.
okay.
That's the current layout right now.
So basically, it's cement block with a poured concrete floor.
Yeah.
I just put a tool shed. You could either put a pad in, or you can put these lines. And build the shed on the lines, like a foot wide. Say it's 20 feet,
Well, they're looking at getting a third storage
And you
container.
build the
So,
shed
I mean,
right
you think
on
of how
that.
much square footage they need in a storage container.
Yeah, that's
How long is
pretty
that? I mean, it was at 30 feet by what?
30 by-
12
by-
or 18 or whatever it is. I mean-
8 or 10 probably, yeah. Yeah, they need
Mine
like
are-
a, they
mine
need
are
a
eight-
Yeah, probably 10,
700
probably
square
10
foot.
feet. It's probably
Yeah, they
10
need
feet
a
wide,
700 square foot
30 feet
building.
long. You know,
How many
8
is
30 by 20. You know, it's a garage.
And then 1/3.
They want a third.
what do they get in them?
All, everything, all the pads, equipment, football equipment,
Sleds and.
yeah, sleds, they got the snow fences in there. The snow fence takes up a huge amount of room. Because they actually line the whole perimeter of the field now.
So how do you-
Yeah,
How
yeah.
do you want me to invite that gentleman in? Do you want me to check with Volk? How do you want me to proceed? You want to do Mike's thing and look at the.
Yeah, it would be,
I
I'd be
think-
trying to
well,
make it like in this.
I think we
spring or
need to
something.
talk to them first to see if
Yes.
that's even something they'd be interested
Yeah.
in. Because if it's not, then we're wasting our time. And if they are interested in, you know, something they're excited about
Yeah.
going forward, then we can reach out to the coordinators over at Gulf.
Jared, can you either?
Yeah,
have him call
I'll get him
or
to
just tell him to
contact
come in the
you.
next
Yeah,
time?
I thought he was gonna come in.
Yeah, he never came in.
Okay.
Alrighty,
Mike's
guys,
gotta go, well,
I'm gonna run, so, Hoppy will finish up.
Was that all you had?
Yeah, that's it.
So we can.
So the next meeting,
We either, we got two choices here. We can either do October 24th or we can do November 7th. I don't think anybody wants to be here on Halloween night. I got kids and I won't be here. I'm
I
sure
won't be
he
here.
won't be here. And he's got grandkids and won't be here.
I won't be here for sure.
So, I mean, October 24th would be next Monday. Is that too short notice?
I mean, not for me, but I mean,
I don't know what we're gonna have.
but
so
I,
don't have
right.
it.
I mean, you know, given a choice, just logistically, agenda-wise, you're better waiting a week or two, so.
Yeah.
I'm okay with November 7th. I just didn't want to,
No.
remember, we had a lot for this agenda and I didn't know if you still had enough piled up.
Well, you know what, maybe Claudia can come the next time, you know, and that'll give us an extra week to look at the lines and maybe,
Yeah.
you know, the
Good.
matters at the table will be back on the agenda.
Yeah, we can get the popcorn. Set the date for November 7th, 2016, Board of Public Works, 6 p.m.
Made and seconded, all those in favor?
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
All those in favor? Thank you,
And now you
folks.
can legally.